Yo, man, we got him right here, man. Former super welterweight champion of the world, the one and only, the SuperBad. You know him. Give it up for Tony Harrison. Welcome to BridgeBizness, baby.
Yes,
Come on, man.
Yes. Peace,
Hey,
King.
man, bridges. Hey, man, the bridges is the way to build anything. You know what I'm saying? It's connect anything. You connect anything with bridges. You dig what I'm saying?
That's what it's all about, man.
Yeah, for sure.
You already get it, man. Hey, man, first and foremost, I want to welcome you to the show. I'm a big fan of yours. When you captured the belt, you know, back in 2018, I was like, wow, I really like this guy's style. I saw a couple of your early fights early on and see how it took you 10 years, man, from your first fight, you know, back in 2011, that first TKO you got to really get the belt. When you got that belt that day, man, what was that like? What was that like for you?
Man, to be honest, man, it's just like it made the journey, it made the 5 o'clock runs, it made the sacrifice of, you know, the old school days of training with no sex and no eating after a certain time, you know, cutting the weight. It made all that stuff, man. It made all the shit, man, just worth it. You know what I'm saying? It was worth it. It was worth the journey. You know what I'm saying? The journey was worth it when I finally captured the belt. Not only just capturing the world title, just captured the belt that meant so much to everybody. Like, you know, us as African American community, you know, Floyd made the green belt seem like it was fucking the only thing that mattered. It was more than the president. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? So just for me, just to finally capture the belt that meant the most to my culture, I think. It was surreal, but not, you know what I mean? Not only for me, it was just my father put in so much sacrifice, dude, to be with me so many times. And to be honest, a boxing trainer gets less than minimum wage. That's a less than minimum wage kind of job because he spends so much time and it's so hands-on. Mm-hmm. And you never know when it's gonna take, how long it's gonna take you to get to that belt. Like some people take 20 years, some people take 15, 30 years, you know what I mean? But for my father, man, it was really just the kind of moment to have for him because he dedicated his life to training me to get to that one point. You know what I'm saying? So I was happy to do it for him.
Yo, I can only imagine, man, your father, you know, you getting the belt, all of that paid off. What y'all do that night? How did y'all celebrate?
Man, to be honest, I swear to God, I probably called every girl I had on my phone trying to see. Like I was living so high, I probably called every girl on my phone and tried to get them all in one room. Like that's the kind of vibe I was on.
Yeah, it's
you know what I'm saying? Like none of them knew each other. Like none of them knew each other, but so high. Like I'm like, I know tonight is gonna be my night. I won the belt. I can get all these girls in one room, and I know I can get them to mingle. You know what I'm saying? We can all mingle together. We can have a good time. You know what I'm saying? But that, you know, it didn't work like that. But you know, I went back to the crib, man. Went to my favorite spot in Detroit, man. Views Bar and Grill, and we party, man. We party like we just won a presidential election, man. And I'm talking about like it was like not only one day of election time, it was like 40 days, but we partied consistently like 40 days till my body just got tired and I need to rest, to be honest. But I was in a high, man. I did everything. I did the parades. I went on the news. I wanted to take it really around every kid that was coming up in Detroit that wanted to be a fighter, wanted to be something of value to themselves. You know, and sometimes that's all it takes for that next person to see this guy from the same city as me. He walked the same streets as me, and he came out successful. So I just did it. I did that. I mean, I went everywhere, man. I literally went everywhere for about 40 days straight.
Man.
Hey, Tom, what makes a Detroit boxer different from other places, other cities like Crunk Gym and all that? What makes a Crunk Gym fighter and a Detroit fighter different from other cities?
Man, you know what? To be honest, I think it's kind of in our water almost. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's like when you walk into a gym and there's no cap. You walk into like a gym, like a Mayweather gym, like people pick and choose. People, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to spar this guy today. I don't really want to do this today. I don't know, my guy not sparring today. Like you go to a lot of gyms that's like that. Like, this guy went to work and like, nah, that's Tony Harrison. I don't really want to work. But you walk into Crunk, I swear to God, you got guys lined up that want the wreck. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what makes us different. Like our guys are lined up for the wreck. I like you the best. If you Lomachenko walking in, if you Anthony Joshua walking in, and I don't care if you could beat us or not. But we want the wreck. As soon as you walk through the door, we want the wreck. As soon as you walk through the door, you're going to make it be known that you fought a Detroit fighter because this shit ain't going to be easy and you're going to get your grits out of this shit. Whether you win that motherfucker or lose that mug, like you're going to get your grits out of working in Detroit. Like, and that's what builds the mentality of a strong fighter and a strong man. I think I think I can walk this. I can walk any street in the country just because I'm from Detroit. And that's kind of mentality we got.
I feel the same way being from Oakland.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Oh, for sure.
You know what I mean? It's the same thing, man. Detroit, Queensbridge, horse from Queensbridge, similar thing, man. Mm-hmm. Hey, so how does SuperBad Boxing Gym compare to Crunk? Did you kind of model it after that whole mentality?
To be honest, I was only in Crunk for like 3 years. You know what I'm saying? It took Emmanuel found me. Like I was more of a straggler kind of guy. Like we never had a home really. You know what I'm saying? Me and my father, we bounced around from gym to gym, from east side to west side, and we just tore shit down. And it was the Golden Gloves, which is one of the biggest tournaments in the country. Emmanuel was there because literally the whole Crunk team, every weight class had a guy from Crunk in it. You know what I'm saying? Like 130, 132, 145, like everybody had somebody from that represented by Crunk. You know what I'm saying? Like, and me being a straggler, that's only one Henry Hank fighter there because it's, we ain't had many of them, but it's only me and I just so happened that I had to fight 2 guys from Crunk. You know what I'm saying? And Emmanuel was sitting there like the whole tournament. So Emmanuel was he had a golden eye, man. He had the golden eye for guys that really had the demeanor, the swagger, the makings of becoming a champ before you knew it. He was spotted and he'd be like, you the one. You know what I mean? So I ended up fighting a guy named Leandre White, which is like he was like top 5 in the country at the time. And when I say I ruffle his feathers, I actually thought I won the fight, but I ended up losing it. And I'm sticking at the middle, feel like, fuck y'all. I'm talking to the referees and the judges. Like, cause I'm heated because I put my all into it, man. So like, I'm the ultimate competitor. So I really understand how a guy like Russell Westbrook begins so mad because he's an ultimate competitor. So, he put his all into it. I put my all into it. So I'm literally like, fuck y'all. And I'm talking about, I'm pissed because I know in my heart, my soul, I just put my all into it and I know I beat him. But since he carried the Crunk legacy, I thought that got him over the hump. You know what I mean? So Emmanuel was there, and like I said, like it was no looking back from there. And he chose me to represent his fighter over the guy that I even lost to. So I ended up signing with Emmanuel, and like I said, the rest was history. But I wasn't in Crunk long, so but the mentality I had before I even went to Crunk was already like a Crunk mentality. Like I had to go in every day. Like as soon as you walk into the gym, like Crunk was so like, it ain't too many motherfuckers that can hang in Crunk, like the old Crunk. Like as soon as you walk, every day you walk in that gym, you have to spar. Like every day you got to play Russell Westbrook every day. You know what I'm saying? So I understood when you listen to Tommy Hearn say he almost wanted to stop boxing because he had to spar Mays, SuperBad Mays, every day. And he said, and that's the story of the city is that Bernard SuperBad Mays was actually the best fighter from Crunk ever. You know what I'm saying? So Tommy said he had to walk in every day. Like it's not a day that you don't go with sparring, and you understand why these guys like nowadays are having like kind of medical problems. It's sad to say, but with Crunk, like literally I understood why, because like every day, like not a day went by where you had to walk, like you couldn't walk in and you have to work, like you have to spar. And you got guys lined up like Tommy Hearns, Milt McCory, Jimmy Paul, Tony, James Tony, you know what I'm saying? Like Gerald McCullough, like all them guys just lined up, they all working with each other every single day. Like, come on, not every day. Like these are guys that's having wars like every single day. And but like I said, for me, I had the mentality before I even got there. You know what I'm saying? But then I got there and I'm like, I love this shit. Like I love the smell of napalm. I love street fighting before I even got to boxing. Like I was street fighting so much. My mom had to tell my dad, get him in boxing before somebody kill him. Like they was coming knocking on the door. Like your son did this, your son did this. I'm gambling on the street. Like my mom, like get him in boxing because that was really like my sanctuary. That was like my discipline. You know what I'm saying? Like I wasn't no bad kid, but I was always for the shits. You know what I'm saying? Like
Tone, you was a bad kid. You super bad.
No,
you was a
no
bad kid. Come on, man.
I swear to God, listen to me, bro. I had the best heart. I was a giving kid. I had the best heart, but I was with the shits. Like anytime something went down, I mean, I'm the first one there. I'm the first one swinging. I'm the first one fighting. I'm literally my mama's product. My mama is so fiery, bro. I swear to God, I'm literally, my dad's so cool and laid back. I used to call my dad, so like, man, you soft, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Somebody say something to us at the store, like, bro, we ain't cutting in on this nigga. Like, come on, Pop, you getting soft, bro. You know what I'm saying? But my mama was a firecracker, man. She always would blast off and fire. So I really get my energy and my tenacity from her, man. So, but like I said, I was a pretty good kid, man. I was a pretty good kid, man. But
it don't sound like it, Tony.
No,
it don't sound like it.
Listen to me. I'm like, I wasn't stealing. I wasn't no thief.
Okay.
I wasn't no liar. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's a bad kid.
But you said once you with the shits, you with the shits. Where the shits came from? Where the shits came from?
I'm with the shits. I'm with the fighting. Like I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's the most. That's as far as it'll take me. Like that. Like I ain't gonna kill you. I ain't gonna stab you. I ain't gonna do none of that.
So you wasn't no bully? So you wasn't no bully or nothing?
I was the littlest motherfucker on earth.
That don't mean shit. Come on, that don't mean shit because you was a little motherfucking star stuff. Come on, bro.
Vontae Davis tank is little too.
Yeah, but he ain't no bully. When you a kid walking around here trying to bully us, you know what I'm saying? Like he ain't no bully. Like I wasn't no bully. Like I wasn't no bully. I always protected myself. Like people used to always pick on me because I was little. Like I was like 70 pounds in like the 6th grade. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm really just holding my own. But literally when I start going, somebody bleeding. Somebody bleeding. But you know what I mean? Like I made a name for myself in my middle school and my neighborhood that every time some fight happened, they coming to give me Tone. I said, let's go. Where we at?
You know what I'm saying?
Like, you know what I'm saying? I was just for that, man. And you know what I'm saying? Like literally, I swear to God, if I could go back to my childhood 100 nights in a row, I swear to God I would, because those were the times that I enjoyed the most before everybody started picking up pistols.
Yeah.
Before you can go to, like, I could win a fight and go to sleep at night. Like now you can't win a fight and go to sleep at night and be like, what the fuck about to happen now? You know what I'm saying? Like, so I could win that fight and I could go to sleep and say, shit, I should be in school when he come back. You know what I'm saying? Whatever happened from there, that's how the generations change, man. Like we'd take a whooping and if you got fighter in you, you just keep fighting, like until you win.
Until you win.
Mother ain't gonna keep fighting you, like you gonna keep fighting for yourself. Like if I lose a fight, I'm gonna keep coming back because you gotta be ready to fight me 100 times. I'm gonna come back 100 times. And all I gotta do is win one, because I'm gonna stop as soon as I win one. And then if I see you again, you wanna fight again, then we can go again. But all I gotta do is win one, but you gotta have that same kind of energy to keep fighting every time you see me when you fight me. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, nowadays just ain't like that, man. It's generation, man. It's crazy, man. You can't even go to sleep.
Hey,
without somebody knuckling up, doing it right. You know what I mean? I think that's the right way.
I want to bring it back to the night that you won the belt. Was the game plan against Charlo was to box him or to go in there and try to brawl with him?
Wait, before you answer, can you turn your phone horizontal? There you go. All right, go for it. Yeah, that's better. Go ahead.
The game plan was actually, my dad really didn't give me a game plan, but if I had to say which side we were leaning to more, I would say the boxing side more. You know, and I would only say that, and I would only say that because, and I won't even say it's my dad. My dad rolled whatever I did. That's the kind of guy he was. But me personally, man, like a loss kind of can change you mentally. You know what I'm saying? Like I went from being so gritty and so much of a dog to losing fights and losing kind of my identity to being that dog because I had lost fights even when I was a dog. You know what I'm saying? So just trying to figure that shit out, man. And going into that fight, and everybody, this guy this guy punch, this guy strong. Like I actually talked to Trout before the fight even happened, and we was at like the press release or something. It was all of us. It was all the fighters for the first PBC lineup, and I talked to Trout, and Trout like, man, that boy can punch hard. Woo, woo, woo. So he already got my mind already like not nervous. I wasn't nervous, but I was like, why do people say that? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, my body ain't like your body, so don't tell me something. You know what I'm saying? So I'm already like getting this. Everybody like, oh, this guy's strong. This guy, this. You better box this guy. You better box this guy. You better do this. But everybody's body don't react the same. So, but me personally though, it had nothing to do with him. I think it had everything to do with me trying to find my identity again because of the losses. It kind of deterred me from me being who I really kind of was. You know what I'm saying? So I just said, all I want to do is find a way to win this fight. Just find a way to win this fight. I don't care about any means necessary. Find a way to win this fight, and then you figure it out from there. You know what I'm saying? So, once I got to round one, I'm like, man, I'm moving pretty good on this guy. This guy kind of got slow feet. Like he kind of slew footed a little bit. So round two happened. I'm really doing the same thing. I'm like, man, this shit might be easier than I thought. Round three, round four, round five. So nothing changed. Like nothing changed. So my dad, I came back to the corner. My dad like, shit, keep doing what you doing, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
was you familiar with that style of fighting? That's what it was because you seen that before going through Crunk and all the gyms that you've been through. You fought so many dudes that fought the same way, like Charlo that night.
Well, to be honest, it's not a style in sight that I probably never seen from just being at Crunk Gym. You know what I'm saying? Like, like you had guys that was walking in there off the street that was wild than a motherfucker. To guys that was sharp than a mo. You know what I'm saying? Like when I say I was 16 years old, I'm sparring Andy Lee. He 20-0. I'm sparring K9 Bunges, who just won the world championship. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to Germany and I'm sparring Vladimir Klitschko. And you know what I'm saying? Like it really wasn't the style that I was around that I hadn't seen. You know what I'm saying? Chad Dawson, when he was at his peak, was there. You know what I'm saying? Like John Pascal came, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it was Adonis Stevenson was in there. Like all those guys, I was sparring all those guys, even though I wasn't even their weight, but I was sparring all those guys. And all those guys, like, this guy right here, man, this guy is a mongoose. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like this guy is fearless. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's just how I was, man. So it wasn't really a style that I had that I hadn't seen before. But most importantly, it wasn't a person on this earth that could give me something that would make me fearful of him. You know what I'm saying? So, that's how I went.
I've never really heard someone kind of break down the mentality, like the mental process you go through after you lose your first fight. You were 21-0 before you took your first L, right?
Right.
To Nelson.
Right.
Walk us through that, man. Like, because all the greats, Muhammad Ali, you name them, Thomas Hearn, a Hagler, Sugar Ray Leonard, all the greats have lost fights.
Yeah, see, my thing wasn't so far as like when you compete, you lose. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you lose something, you win something when you compete. You know what I'm saying? But the part that kind of got me how stuff started to break up after the loss. You know what I'm saying? Like how many friends I had left. Some, you know what I'm saying? Like my team started breaking up. So I'm really thinking like I'm the reason why this shit is really crumbling, this shit really folding. But in actuality, it was really manifesting how it should have manifested from the beginning. You know, I shouldn't have had that many people with me in the beginning. You know, it should have been just love in the beginning. It should have just been these people that wasn't able to walk away. You know what I'm saying? Had people that had stuff to gain from the beginning. So, but in actuality, they made it. Them doing the things they did kind of made me feel like I was doing something wrong. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like we was all in the sky. We was all in the mayor's office when we was 21-0. We were walking that motherfucker with hats on. You know what I'm saying? Chinchillas on. You know what I'm saying? And we you know what I'm saying? The mayor like, what y'all need? You know what I'm saying? Like, so that's kind of the kind of gifts we had when we were winning. And then we took our first loss, and and then everybody started to disbelieve in the talent now. You know what I'm saying? So You know, just trying to figure that out. Then I lost to a guy that I was dominating. Like that's what hurt me the fucking most. Like, damn, like you wasn't losing a round. Like I wasn't losing a round. You know what I'm saying? So another thing, that fight, I think I just got so emotionally involved, man. When somebody touched me in a weigh-in, you know what I mean? Like my mind was so Detroit. Like I'm like, don't nobody just touch me. And I don't nobody just touch me and then we just not fighting like right then and there. You know what I'm saying? So really that whole, I swear to God, that whole night, I'm boiling. I'm really mad at myself. Like I'm calling myself all kind of names. Like you soft as fuck. You a hoe. Like, you know what I'm saying? So you get to touch somebody in the weigh-ins, you ain't do nothing. You know what I'm saying? So really my mind was already like telling myself like, man, you just soft, man. You ain't the old. You know, you ain't the old. You would have been. Went off on him, you would have been swung. So really, you know what I'm saying? Like I was going through so much. Like I said, man, it's nobody on earth that said they touched me and I didn't do nothing to them. You know what I'm saying? I felt so much like a sucker that night. When I went to bed, and I'm like, man, why the fuck you let this nigga do this, bro? Like, you know, like it was weighing in on me that whole night. So we get around number 9, and I got a lot more. I got a lot more left in me, and I'm like, instead of me just cruising, cause I could have just easily just outboxed him and cruise through the last 2 rounds. Only 2 more rounds though. I guess in the corner, I said, "Can I step on the gas? I want to try to knock him out." My dad said, "No," but the assistant guy was like, "Step on the gas," and that's all I really need to hear as a guy that's fiery like that. Like, you know what I mean? He like, step on the gas, go try it. You know what I'm saying? So, but that's all I need to hear. Even if I heard 100 no's, all I need to hear was one yes to kind of get my mind going and say, okay, well look, fuck it, step on the gas. You know what I'm saying? We got one yes. Shit, he feeling how I'm feeling. You know what I'm saying? Like step on the gas.
1 out of 100.
That 1 out of 100. But it don't even take that one though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It only take that one. Like 100 people could say, man, don't get in that car with them. Don't get in that car with them. And it could be one person that say, yeah, you know what, get in the car with them. You know what I mean? You know, they good people, get in the car with them. And it only take that one person to kind of persuade your mind in a wrong kind of way. But I said, I wanted that so bad. Like the first PVC fight on Fox or whatever it was on Showtime, I wanted to knock out so bad, man. I wanted it so bad. Not only that, but like I said, the weigh-ins was kind of super emotional for me. So I really wanted to knock out so bad. But like I said, after that fight, it really was God's plan. That was God's plan. You know what I'm saying? Just to kind of slow me down and you know what I'm saying, bring me back to life and reality. It was God's plan to just make how it happened was just like, God, like, bro, slow down. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, you know what I'm saying? Life is moving. I got life moving a little too fast, but you slow it down a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
You 21-0. You feeling yourself right now. You the number one guy in the game. Nobody can beat you. You was undefeated in the streets. You know, I get it.
And like I said, God, like I said, God made it work how it was supposed to work for me, man. Yes. I don't take nothing. I don't take nothing from it, man, because I learned so much on the way. And at the end, this team has been my team for the beginning. But like I said, the team was at 1 million at first. You know what I'm saying? Like we had 1 million man march at first. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, like I said, you never know where I'd be if I was still undefeated, or you know what I'm saying, you never know where I'd be at or what, you know what I'm saying. So I really just wanted to keep it like this, and this was the way I always had it anyway, but I always wanted it to be like this, and you know, then like it happened how it
happened. Hey, Tom, after you got that belt, man, you was rocking, you was the champion, you running around and all that. Now listen, I'm serious, man. I lost bread fucking with you, man. Like honestly, the second fight, I just want to know what happened, bro. Like what? Like honestly, man. Like I really believe that you had the answer. Like honestly, listen. I was like, this dude got the answer. Being from Detroit, you was popping your shit. I ain't seen nobody pop shit like that since Mike. Honestly, you was talking your shit. I was like, yo, he already got the game won because it's a mental thing. He's already in his head.
I agree.
I said, yo, this dude got him. What happened, man? Was you partying? Did you have all them girls in the room? Did that actually happen? That's what happened? You had them girls in the room that you called up? No.
The second fight, man. The second fight, I swear to God, I wanted to win that one better than the first one. So like I said, I was I like I said, I believed in myself so much. Like I bet on myself so much that it's not a time that when it comes down to fighting, I'm gonna take any shortcuts. Like I'm not gonna take no shortcuts. I'm gonna do it how it's supposed to be done. I'm gonna train how I'm supposed to train. We went out of town and went to Florida for like 2 months. I got away from my family, got away from my friends. I went to a place I didn't know. I brought some of the toughest sparring in from all around. And like I said, I really wanted to win that motherfucker. But I think the determining factor for me was it was kind of like three things for me. One was I think the year layoff played in a big part in how his timing was and how my timing was. You know what I'm saying? Like he had fought in between in July, that was the day we were supposed to originally fight. And
you hurt your hand, right?
I hurt my ankle.
Your ankle? Okay.
Yeah. I had torn ligament in my ankle. So he fought that day. And like I said, I had this guy buried. Like I had him buried. Like mentally, I had him buried.
Yes.
But him winning that fight with Jorge Cota and knocking him out in like the third round, it just revitalized that guy that I didn't need to be revitalized in the mental kind of way. You know what I'm saying? Like he revitalized himself mentally by saying after the fight, "Oh yeah, I got it. Me and my team. You know what I'm saying? We had to just straighten stuff up. You know what I'm saying? We back on it. We see Harrison. Woo, woo, woo. You know what I'm saying? So I think step number one for me was just that year off for me. And when it came back to fight number two, I swear to God, and this, I shit you not, that's on my dead father. Like everybody was saying how strong this guy was before I even fought him the first time. And I'm like, this guy is literally like not strong at all. You know what I'm saying? And I come back the second fight after a year and I be here with 10-ounce gloves. And I'm like, this motherfucker was not hitting like this the first time. You know what I'm saying? Like
you got something
I'm like,
want.
dude, that wasn't it. That wasn't it. That wasn't it. It was my body had taken a year off from competing with 10-ounce gloves on at a fast level, at a fast pace. Like when I got in there, like it started moving. Like I'm like, damn, you know what I'm saying? I'm back. Like mentally, I understand where I am. I'm back. Physically, I'm like, this shit is moving kind of faster than I kind of remember. You know what I'm saying? Like you know what I'm saying? Like this shit kind of moving a little bit fast. And his first time hitting me, like it wasn't even like a hard shot, but my body reacted to it like, dude, like where are you at? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like when somebody just hit you with something like you know what I'm saying? Like you don't remember, you know what I'm saying? So boom, I shook that shit. I'm like, damn, okay, bet. You in a gunfight now. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I know exactly where I am. You know, took that first knockdown to kind of get me like, okay, I know exactly where I'm at now. You know what I'm saying? Okay, I'm in a fucking fight. Okay, all right, bet, I'm here. You know what I'm saying?
It shook you up.
Yeah. No, it was crazy. It didn't even shake me. It wasn't even like I swear to God, it wasn't like a punch that hurt me or nothing. It was just like, boom, it hit your body. It's like my body just like, damn, this, you know what I'm saying? You in a fight kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? It like wasn't no hard shot or nothing. So I get back to the corner and I'm telling my pops, like, look, why are we trying to, you know what I'm saying? Like, why are we trying to box this guy again? That was our game plan number one. We were successful with it. He understand that that's kind of gonna be our game plan again because we were successful with the first. I said, Pop, let's push this bitch ass nigga back. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he ain't stronger than me. Like, I'm telling my pop in the corner, like, he not stronger than me, bro. Like, he don't punch harder than me. He not stronger than me. And mentally, he not tougher than me. So my pop like, how you feeling? I said, I'm about to go get this nigga. I said, we won a belt. We got to that was our destination. That was our destination point from the start. You know what I'm saying? When we first put on gloves, that was our destination point. So I'm like, we won that already. We don't got nothing up. We don't got to, you know what I'm saying, fight on the shield no more. Like let's drop the shield now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Let's get back to the raw shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes let's get back to the basement. Let's get back to the freestyle Fridays. You know what I'm saying? Like, and we ain't gotta be industry no more. We ain't gotta be commercial no more, political no more. Let's get back to the basement. You know what I'm saying? So I put the gloves up. I come out, I have an excellent round after the knockdown. Boom, boom. And I'm like, my pop's like, all right, I see where you're going with this. You know what I'm saying? Let's get back on that. You know what I'm saying? I think I was doing so good that I just got comfortable, man. I was so comfortable, but I don't even think that was the point for me. I think the point for me is physically, when you like when the sport of boxing, you got to do this shit correct. Like it has to be done 100% correct.
Mm-hmm.
And I think my training was very good. That it needed to be pushed to, but that week of the fight, the day before the fight, I was still like 6 pounds overweight. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
So I had to lose 6 pounds, and I actually lost 6 pounds in an hour right before the weigh-in. This was an hour before the weigh-in. I'm like 5 pounds over. I literally lost that shit like that in an hour. Me and my brother, I ain't gonna give away my philosophy, bro.
Oh, that's the secret. Oh, yeah, that's the secret. Oh,
give away the recipe, man. Snowfall, man. My man from Snowfall shouldn't have gave the recipe away, man.
You shouldn't have gave it away, baby.
Yeah,
My
man Franklin shouldn't have gave the recipe away, man. You know what I'm saying? But I literally, I swear to God, I lost 6 pounds in like an hour. I'm running to the weigh-ins because they like, yo, you're weighing right. I literally just, boom, hop on the scale. This is 10 minutes before the weigh-in. I'm like, hey, fuck yeah, I'm at weight. 154. I'm at weight. Me and my brother running. We racing to that bitch. My mouth dry, the motherfucker. I'm foaming at my shit. Gotta keep licking my shit. Cause I don't want the motherfucker to kind of see me looking out. You know, I was like, oh, buttery and dry out here. They like, oh yeah, I tell somebody dry, like, oh, this motherfucker, he lost a lot of weight coming into this motherfucker. I'm dry, I'm buttery out here. I'm keep licking my lips, no water in my shit, like tongue dry. And I think that kind of like in the later parts of the rounds, I think that kind of, and I really think that's why when I say his punches wasn't that hard, I really kind of think like my body didn't have enough fluids in it. You know, they say your brain got to have a certain amount of fluids in it where it's going back, when somebody hitting it, it's rattling, it's going back and forth. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think I dehydrated myself so much to make that weight. And then even after that weigh-in, like I couldn't hold nothing. Like that's how much I had killed myself. Like I'm drinking water. I don't even want to eat nothing. I literally drank like 3 waters, 2 juices, didn't eat nothing the whole night. I'm shitting, and I'm only shitting out water. You know what I'm saying? Like that's, you know what I'm saying? Because I had nothing in me. I literally had nothing in me. My body wouldn't hold nothing. My body wouldn't hold no food. Like my body was just like damaged. I literally went right to sleep, and I woke up in the morning. I was feeling better, but you know what I'm saying? I probably needed like another day of that to kind of get to a point where I could really maximize my body in the fight. You know what I'm saying? I think the later parts of the round, I think my body started to really kind of, you know, tell itself like, you know what I'm saying? Like you just did it wrong. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, I got hit with the best shots, his hardest shots and his best shots early. Round 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Round 11, it ain't nothing. He ain't bringing nothing to the table no more that I ain't seen already. You know what I'm saying? No kind of extra strength, no kind of extra power. You know what I'm saying? If anything, it's probably depreciated because of the endurance. His muscle endurance is probably down. You know what I'm saying? So he didn't hit me with no shots that he didn't hit me with in the first place. I'm in the shell. I'm in the Philly shell now. You know what I'm saying? So I done took his hardest punches early. You know what I'm saying? So I just think it was the way I did this shit, man. And I can't do it like that.
Did you in retrospect, when you look back, because I remember when the ref stopped the fight and you was like yelling at the ref, like, man, come on, man. Like what we, you know, but in retrospect, do you think it was a good stoppage?
I think the ref, you know what? Me as the fighter, like, and I'm the champ, I'm like, I stood up. I feel good. You know what I mean? I feel better than I felt after the first knockdown. I feel better than I felt after, I don't know if he knocked me down 3 times or twice. After this, even if he knocked me down again, I felt so much better. Like I feel like my body just needed that again. You know what I'm saying? And I felt good. But in retrospect time, as a referee, when you see somebody get knocked down 3 times, and I'm just curled up, you know what I'm saying, trying to my curl up is not letting him just well up on me. It's just my curl up is just me gathering myself now. You know what I'm saying? I'm really curled up to just gather myself and to come back to the space where I ain't dizzy myself no more. You know what I'm saying? I was there. I swear to God, give me 5 more seconds. I was there because I would have started swinging back. You know what I'm saying? Give me 5 more seconds, but you know what I'm saying? I never knock him for doing his job. That's an opinionated job from anybody that's a referee. So if I'm a referee and I see somebody get knocked out 3 times, maybe I stop that fight too. So you know what I'm saying? I'm not knocking for a job at all.
Man, I think it's interesting because back in the day, man, in order to get the belt, you had to knock the champ out.
Oh,
right.
You know, nowadays is a lot different. I think it's because of safety measures. They're more conscious of the safety measures. I just thought that after you gained the belt and then you gave him a rematch, I figured it was going to be a trilogy before you had this fight with Bryant Perella. Why didn't that happen?
I think that was I don't know, man. Like I think the times are changing, man. Like the world ain't as competitive no more. I think if you beat me and I beat you, motherfucker, in the race,
we got to do it again.
We got to do it again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's just the competitive nature of any man, I think. But like I said, you can hear it. You can hear it in his interviews. He say I was the toughest fight he ever had, and you could tell. You know what I'm saying? Like you could tell, like not only tough physically, but I think the press conferences and shit. He like this motherfucker got some ammo. Like this motherfucker.
Y'all was
making
talking
me
shit,
mad.
boy.
Man, talking shit.
But guess what? Like I'm from Detroit, man. Like gift for gab is our nature. You know what I'm saying? Like that's in our DNA. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think it's where he from. I don't think he don't like. I'm dropping so many dimes at him.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
He like never seen that like that before.
Yeah, he like, man, this motherfucker right here, man. This, you know what I'm saying? But like I said, I thought it made for an amazing fight. But you know, in his defense, since he did not fight me, at least he didn't fight somebody that was lesser. You know what I'm saying? Like he didn't fight a lesser guy. You know what I'm saying? So in his defense, he's chasing legacy. So I can give him that. You know what I'm saying? He went to go unify the belt and fight another belt holder, try to get that next belt. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not even knocking him on giving me the trilogy because you didn't fight. You didn't go fight a mandatory. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna fight somebody that didn't have nothing on the line. You know what I'm saying? And skip me on the trilogy, but you know, you went to unify for your legacy. You know what I'm saying? So I'm all in for that. But I wrote him and I told him congratulations on unifying that division. But I said, nigga, you still owe me one. I said whether for the belt or not, we could be at a catch weight. Like I don't need your belt. I just don't want to die being 1-on-1 with you. You know what I'm saying? Like it ain't gotta be for no belt. Like you can keep your belts. You can be the undisputed champ. You can have all the belts. Meet me at 156. Keep your belts. And let's just do this shit for the people. Let's just do this shit for the culture. Let's do that shit for the pride of who is the better fighter between Tony Harrison and Jermell Charlo. And that's really all I want to do.
Please say.
I think he laughed it off. I don't know. It's in my DM. He laughed it off or something like laugh out loud. You know what I'm saying? Bet or something like that. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
but I know that's like a sarcastic ass answer. Like, laugh out loud, bet. You know, that's like a girl telling you, like, can I go see you? Yeah, you can see me. Yeah, bet. You know what I'm saying? That's like some sarcastic ass answer. So I know he don't really want to do that again, though.
Before we talk about that trilogy, you've been off for 16 months. This is the return to the ring. You're about to fight a southpaw fighter that's moving up in weight. What can we expect? Is this what Tony Harris are we going to expect to see Saturday, the 17th?
I think like I said, I'm gonna ride my high times, and I think like the last outing that I had with Jermell, pushing him back, pushing the action. Not only is that a ticket seller, but you know what I mean, it makes it look like I'm just physically more dominant than the rest of the guys when I'm pushing them back and I'm going for the gusto every part, so every round. So I think I'm gonna ride on that. I'm gonna ride on just being more physical than this guy. I hate fighting southpaw. Let me give you that anyway. Like I hate fucking fighting southpaw.
You don't mind admitting that though. You say that out loud. You hate fighting southpaw.
No, I fucking hate fighting southpaw. But I only hate it because it's not regular for me. You know what I'm saying? It's not regular when you walk in the gym. It's more right-handed guys in the gym than left-handed guys in the gym. You know what I'm saying? It's more right-handed basketball players than it is left-handed basketball players. You know what I'm saying? Like, so when it comes down to a left-handed basketball player playing a right-handed basketball player, you get that more commonly than a right-handed player playing a left-handed player. You know what I'm saying? So it's not that I don't like it because like I just don't like it. It's just I don't like it because it becomes abnormal to me because it's not something that I normally do. You know what I'm saying? So I'm used to normalizing things. You know what I'm saying? Like normalizing things is me fighting another right-handed fighter. So, but I think coming off 16 months, I think you can expect me to kind of have like maybe like 2 or 3 rounds of just getting this shit back together, getting this speed back right, getting this timing back right.
Are we looking for a knockout?
For sure.
Okay, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Okay,
come on, man.
Finally, okay.
Real scientific over there, man.
Hey, I'm gonna ask that question, bro. I'm from Detroit, man.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, yo.
Hey, bro, I stopped at high school, bro. I said, come on, you ain't gotta do all that with me.
That's what I'm talking about, though.
Like,
okay, you know, shit. I mean, because
I'm going in raw. I'm going in for the shits. I'm going in for, I've been off 16 months to be like, let me stay away from this. I want a motherfucker to be like, I'm staying away from this motherfucker. That's kind of image. That's kind of performance I want to put on. I'm staying away from this guy. Let me just stay away from this guy because this guy a little too much. You know what I'm saying? And that's cool. That's cool with me if motherfucker just. That's the kind of reputation I want, to be honest. Let motherfuckers be like, when it come down to them asking, do they want to fight Turner Harrison? Nah, not right now.
So this fight, this fight is to put everybody on notice. Tone, this fight is to put 154 back on notice again.
Man, listen to me. It's to put everybody back on. Let this motherfucker take another 16 months off before we fight. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? That let me know I did my job when a motherfucker. I'm gonna take 16 months off.
Hey, the game needs you, Tone. You talk your shit. The game needs you. You from Detroit. Man. You already know what it is, man. I hope you know how serious this shit is, man.
Man, I agree, bro. The game need me, bro. The game don't got nothing like me no more. And the game is so fraudulent and fake now. These motherfuckers fake and fraudulent and want to be something they not. And that ain't me, man. I expose the exposers, man. I bully the bully. You know, whoever they think the bully is, I bully the bully. You know what I'm saying? So the game need me, man. The game need me, man. And I love fighting so much, man. But Sway, I might like your job more, man. Yeah.
Come with it, bro. Come on. Hey, look, man. I rock with you. Come on, man. I can share this space. That's what we do.
My bitch.
Come on, man.
You my dog.
Ain't nothing. Come on, Tony. I got you. Come on, man. I ain't them dudes. I ain't gonna get the belt and hold it for years. I'm gonna let you fight. You know. Come on, man. Come on, man.
Straight out of Compton, talk your shit.
Come on, man. Shit, I can share the ring. It ain't nothing. I ain't losing. Tony, I ain't never lost.
Talk your shit.
Shit, man.
Hey, Tone, what's harder, to become the champ or to stay the champ?
I think the stay the champ is harder, man, to be honest. You know, when you're the champ, when you the Golden State Warriors, like every team in the NBA wants to beat you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like the Golden State Warriors aren't thinking about beating the Pistons. You know what I'm saying? They supposed to beat the Pistons. You know what I mean? But the Pistons for sure, when they play the Golden State Nuggets, that's how we gauge on how good we are because we're gonna get these motherfuckers our all. And that's how the sport is. Like, once you fight for the belt, you get that shit your fucking all. Like, you give it everything you got to beat the champion. Once you become the champion, you don't even think about the guys that you shouldn't even be talking about. Like, some guys luck up on fights. Like, man, I'm fighting Joe Blow. You know what I'm saying? Like, just like me fighting a guy like Brian Pirelli wouldn't have been my pick. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I wanted to fight somebody that had just as much to lose as me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't be fighting no guy that's coming up in weight. Like, I ain't got nothing to gain, but I'm gonna go ahead and destroy him. But I ain't got really too much to gain from that. You know what I'm saying? Like, That's how it is when you are a champion, because you got to fight so many guys that you probably know nothing about. That you probably seen less footage on, and everybody seen footage on you because you always on the spotlight. You always that guy that's you always got tapes out here that somebody can study from. You know what I mean? So I think it's harder to remain the champ than it is to become the champ, man. I think so I think you got the bullseye. Once you're the champ, you got the bullseye.
Target is on your back. Hey,
All
man.
day.
All day, man. I want to ask you, from Detroit, man. They get money in Detroit. I know how it is, man. When I go to Detroit, man, it's a few dudes that I run with. I like the mentality. Remind me of Oakland, right? And so one of the things you said earlier on is, prior to losing your first fight, you had 1 million people around you, and now you got the right people around you. You also mentioned how being a trainer is like having a minimum wage, job. Or, you don't really pay until it pay.
Yeah.
Talk to me about the business of boxing, man. Like, does everybody in the posse get paid? Everybody in the crew get paid?
I don't know how I think everybody deal is sold separately. Everybody game is sold separately, to be honest. My deal, I never had a promoter. I never had a manager. I always from Detroit, I can talk for myself. I can negotiate for myself. I don't need no manager out here taking my money because they want a middleman a deal that I could probably middleman myself. You know what I'm saying? So I never had a manager. I never had a promoter. I had a local promoter here when I was fighting here, but never had a promoter. So every deal that came through to me. You know what I'm saying? Like I felt like I was undeserving of enough money. I probably said no, but me, it was never enough money for me to do something that I already love. I just bet on myself. You know what I'm saying? So I think the business side of it is could be tricky at some point. Yeah. Some people I think have to sign with managers and promoters or get 4 or 5 guys in their pot just to get to Al Heyman. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes your best bet is to not just be where you at. It's to get to Al Heyman, but you gotta find the middleman, to find that middleman to get you to Al Heyman, though. And now you're giving them so much equity in yourself. But in actuality, you would have never got to Al Heyman without the 4 middlemen. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of how that stuff go, man. But if you a new fighter, man, I'm telling you, bet on yourself. I'm telling you, just take the hard route like I did. Sell tickets, go door to door, and become anything. This is my philosophy. To become anything, and whatever you in, you dominate your city first. Be the best one in your city first. Bang in your city, be the buzz in your city. That's what I was. I was the buzz. So every time I had a fight, I sold out Cobo Arena without a promoter, without a manager. I sold that motherfucker out. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. Like, you dominate your city, then you know what I'm saying. You can go to Atlanta, then you know what I'm saying. You can, if you're an artist, if you can sell out Cobo as an artist, it's time to go to Atlanta, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's time to go to LA. You know what I'm saying? So that's my thing. I think if everybody just bet on themselves and everybody look for the shortevity and everything, and not just want to grind it out and bet on themselves. And that's what I did. I grinded it out and bet on myself.
So when you said, go ahead.
After boxing, what's your life after boxing? Detroit seemed like the real estate out there is real cheap and stuff like that. Do you have any plans after boxing? What you want to do? Like, far as, because you can't box forever.
No, I agree. To be honest, man, real estate, man, like they done watered this shit down. You got motherfuckers like swaying them, but they coming to buy our shit down.
Oh man, but man, we was buying buildings for $5K in Detroit, man. Easy downtown Detroit. $5K, $10K, swooping them up.
Man, but you $300K in now though. Without doing the goddamn, without doing the goddamn thing to it, you $300K.
$300K,
So you know what I'm saying? Like for me, man, I just want to do something. So like, I just want to keep it unique, man. I just want to do what my father did with me, with a bunch of other kids that need it. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the thing. Like, I don't even think about myself no more. I don't even think about what I'm gonna do on a financial standpoint, because my calling is kids. My calling is giving what I get to these kids every day. You know what I'm saying? Spending my time and hours with these kids. I think that's why I've been so blessed, because I spend my time and hours with those kids each and every day. And I give back probably more money than I even have to the communities that need it more than me. You know what I'm saying? Like me, I got a hustling state of mind, so I go get it. You know what I'm saying? But my truth is if you got a village full of 20 kids and you put your all in these 20 kids, somebody got to make it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? My philosophy is somebody's gonna make it. Somebody's gonna be successful out of this group if I just teach them the mentality of how to go get it. You know what I'm saying? Somebody's gonna be successful. You know what I'm saying? And they look out for me, and I look out for them, and they look out for me, and I look out for them. And if everybody make it, shit, I got a bunch of kids out here, baby.
They're now killing the game. You got a lot of let's talk about some of the boxers, the kids, the up and coming boxers at your gym, man. You got a few boxers turning pro soon, right?
Oh yeah, you doing your little research, Swizzy.
Come on, man. Don't do that to me, Tony. Come on, man. Come on, man. You grew up watching me. Don't do that, man.
Right, Swizzy, I like you.
Come on, man.
We got two guys, man. And when I say man, I bet my last on these guys, man. I bet my last on these guys, and like I said, they doing it the same route we did it, man. They gonna pay for their opponent they 7. They may not make it down. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the way it go when you bet on yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I could easily come out and fund it, but no, it's more the mental glory to say that I paid for that. I didn't make a dime, but I paid for that to become something for myself. You know what I'm saying? So these guys are fighting in Atlanta this weekend. They pro debuts. We got another guy that's an amateur that I've been sparring with, getting ready for this fight. That's been pushing the fuck out of me. Man, when I say pushing you, man, and then we got like a bunch of guys, man, that just coming up. That's from Pee-wee to junior to elite. You know what I'm saying? Like in all ages, man. And we just developing these guys, man, to be the strongest group of kids, man. Like really, we breaking. We breaking the rules for how the generation is going. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta grind. Like you gotta be a 90s baby. Like with all our kids right now, 2020 baby, 2008 10 babies. You know, you really from the 90s because that's what we're gonna teach you. You know what I'm saying? Like we're gonna teach you from the 80s. Like my brother's from the 80s. I'm from 90, and we're gonna teach you how to go get it the old school way. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing gonna be handed to you. We ain't taking no shortcuts. We don't want no breaks. We don't want you to give us nothing. We're gonna take everything we deserve, my dude. You know what I'm saying? That's the kind of mentality we teaching our kids, man. But all of them got it. All of them got, like, you'll see the difference in our fighters that fight at SuperBad Academy and any other fighter that fights anywhere else. They got it. You know what I'm saying? They got the mentality. They got the mentality part
Academy.
You know what I'm saying?
SuperBad
They got the mentality part of it. It ain't got to be the skill part. Like, still, you gonna find fighters that's more skilled, that's sharper than them probably. But the mentality part, you ain't gonna beat this mentally. That's for sure. You ain't gonna beat this mentally.
Yeah. Hey, Tom, we like to ask certain fighters these questions. Name your top 5 fighters from Detroit. Your top five.
I would say my granddad, Henry Hank, is my number one. And everybody else, that's my number one. But everybody else can go in whatever order you want them to go in. You got Tommy in my top 5.
Hitman.
All day. That's all day. Tommy's always in my top 5. You got Joe in my top 5. You got,
of course, you got Joe.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
You got, I ain't seen much of Bernard Mays. I like his style, but I'm gonna go James Toney, my top, my top 5.
Damn.
And you said Michigan, right?
Yeah.
Detroit. Michigan
You
or
said
Detroit,
but go Michigan.
No, I ain't gonna go Michigan. I ain't gonna go Michigan because Floyd left this motherfucker a long time ago. I don't really want to. We ain't even gonna talk about him. He left this motherfucker a long time ago. I like guys that kind of stuck it out with us. You know what I'm saying? Kind of rang with us. And my last one, I would have to say, I give it to you by the end. I'll give it to Raheem.
Okay. All right. Hey man, since we talking top 5, man, who's your top Detroit rappers?
Ooh. All right, let me do it like this then. Damn. Ooh.
Yeah, welcome to the world.
Okay. Come on, SuperBad.
Hey, you want to do this job, you got to get ready for that.
Come on, SuperBad.
Now, let me tell you though. Do I be biased because some of these guys are family to me?
Not at all.
Or do I give it like the guy that I would listen to get me on some shit that ready to crack somebody's head? Like that kind of shit I like.
The guy that's gonna put you on some shit to crack somebody's head. You know, like
the shit. Like, okay, the shit I'm walking out to, then I gotta listen to walk out to the fight.
Yeah, exactly.
That's gotta get me ready
that's
for
the
that.
person. That's the who's gonna get you hyped from Detroit the most.
Okay. 4-2 gonna get me hyped. 4-2 good.
Okay.
Wow. We got Icewear Vezo gonna get me going.
You going straight hood, boy. Okay.
Yeah, that's where I'm from.
Okay.
I got my guy Sada that's gonna give me that kind of vibe and energy.
Sada, baby. Okay. I see what you're doing with it. Okay. Okay.
So I gotta have guys that's like real, like gotta give me real energy. I gotta go. Let me see.
Thought you was gonna throw some Trick in there, man.
You know what? Trick is a little off the scene now. You know what I'm saying? Like, like for me to even put you in that, you know, to put you in my top 5 rapping wise, you still got to be relevant to me. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because I would have said somebody like Royce. You know what I'm saying? Like Royce would have been in my top, but Royce is like he's slow. Like this ain't he slow down. You know what I'm saying? He's slowing down and you know what I mean. He put out when he went.
I'm gonna have to disagree with you on that, Tony. I'm gonna have to disagree. Come on, man. Roy's still killing. Roy's still out there killing it.
Listen to me. But that's what I'm asking. That's why I asked you. Like,
okay.
Roy's not gonna give me nothing while I'm walking out to the shit that's gonna get me like going. You get what I'm saying? But if I want to philosophize my mind, and I'm getting ready for this goddamn ACT. Motherfucker, Royce, let's go talk your shit to me. You know what I'm saying? Give me your big ass words that you gonna give me. Well, get my brain stimulated. You know what I'm saying? Like Royce, I fuck with Royce, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I fuck with Royce.
One of the greatest.
I fuck with Sean. I fuck with those kind of guys, but I'm talking about guys that's gonna get me to that level where I'm not no cool and laid back guy. I ain't no librarian. You know what I'm saying? So I don't need no cool and laid back. I need some shit that's gonna get me going. Maybe when I'm 40, then we talking about some other shit, but you know what I'm saying? I like Bezo, Sada, Doug. We go Peasy. I like Peasy. My man Team East, Peasy. I like E-Way. I don't know if y'all know these guys, but I like E-Way. I like really anybody that's rapping that Snap Dog. I like all them guys, man. I like all the guys. Like most of the guys on there. Oh yeah, but you know, let me say my shit again. If I missed somebody. We got Peasy. No, we got Bez. I said Bez, Sada, Doug, Babyface Ray. I forgot about Babyface because Babyface be talking that shit.
You like that shit.
Babyface talk that shit. We got guys like that I love that talk that shit like Sino, like E-Way, like you know what I'm saying? All my guys straight from the hood, man. My guys, all my Fecal guys, they all talking this shit. All my Fecal guys, all my East Side guys. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna listen to a little bit of everybody, but you know what I'm saying?
Those the ones that get you going.
Yeah, they're the ones that get me going.
Yeah. Okay. I like that, man. Hey, Tony, we gotta come to the SuperBad Boxing Gym. We got to bring BridgeBizness there. I want to meet some of these young up and coming future stars that you've been grooming. I know y'all got a strict regimen in that gym. So when they come into that ring, they ready to fight, man. We want to come up there one time and just hang out with you after the fight, after your next fight.
Hey, Sway, man. I swear to God, man. Look, I'm from Detroit, man, and one thing for sure, man. I don't sell me something if you go. Don't sell me that you're gonna keep your keep a word on. You know,
Oh, we
that's the
coming.
Oh man, hey
look,
man,
look, 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 look.
It's bridge business. We bridging
Come on.
business here. We bridging business here.
I get it, horse.
But
Nah. Detroit dudes
No,
be
look.
skeptical. They be skeptical in Detroit.
Yeah,
You can't just say
Yeah.
shit to them. You got to do it.
Man, you got it. I'm with. I swear to God, I'm with that, man. You'll be my brother forever. You know what I'm saying? Like keeping your word is the first part of being the man to me.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, then if you tell me something, I'm gonna hold you to that. I'm gonna hold that shit in my back pocket because I always got that trump card to pull out when I need to.
Check
You know
this
what I'm
out.
saying?
Check
if I
this
tell you
out.
something, if I tell you I'm gonna do something, I'm on it. I'm gonna do it.
Okay, I'm from the town. I'm from Oakland, cut from the same cloth. So
Right.
until I do it, you talk shit to me.
No, I ain't gonna talk shit to you. I'm gonna just hold you. I'm gonna hold you liable as that man that I know you is.
Yeah, man,
You told
come
me
on.
you're gonna do something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's happening, bro.
And I know Sway, my nigga, my dog Sway busy. You know
Come
what I'm
on,
saying?
man.
But when Sway come to this area, and I hear Sway in this area, and Sway to hit me up, me and Sway got problems.
We got issues, man.
You
Hey,
know
man,
what I'm
that's
saying?
easy. That's easy
We
money,
got
Tony.
issues. You see what I'm
That's
saying?
easy money. That's easy.
And then that's what I'm saying, because like I said, our guys, my kid, like Sway, like you urban knowledge for us, man.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Like we listen to you all the time. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's love,
Sway
brother.
in the morning. You know what I'm saying?
Come
We
on,
listen to that
man.
shit all the time, and that's
Come
most
on,
of our
man.
kids. Like they put me hit this shit sometime off Sway. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? So I think it'd be good, man. It'd be good. Like, and that's the reason I started boxing in the first place, man, is to kind of meet these kind of people that I can introduce my people to.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? And that's the biggest joy that I get out of boxing is bridging relationships that I can show my kids these kind of people, like this the guy we listen to every morning.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Like we got those kind of events, man. We got lock-ins, and I have guys like Bezo come in and just talk to the kids for a minute. The guys they listen to, these are people that they listen to. They bang them in the gym. You know what I'm saying? Like we let them bang them in the gym. And, you know what I'm saying? Next thing you know, we letting them pull up to the gym to show them, like, you know what I'm saying? Like this what we do. You know
I
what
got
I'm
you,
saying?
man. I wouldn't have said it if I didn't mean it, brother. I already know what you like. So
My
trust me,
dog.
just be patient. We trying to figure out how to get out of New York right now with this whole situation.
I know, I get it.
You know, but trust
I
me,
get it.
man. We coming, man.
My dog, and I appreciate you, man. I'll lay the ropes out for you, man. Just call when you get here, and I'll make sure y'all right. Right.
Oh man.
Okay. Hey, man, I ain't even gonna say good luck on the 17th. It ain't gonna be luck.
Nah, it ain't luck. It's preparation.
It's preparation. Yeah.
Great preparation. You know what I'm saying? Like we prepare right. You know what I'm saying? No excuses at all. You ain't gonna never hear me say an excuse, Sway.
But they say proper planning prevents poor performance. Let's get it.
Damn right.
There you go. Hey,
Damn
man.
right.
We believe in you, Tony Harrison. It's great to have this conversation with you, man. Thank you for doing Bridge Business with us, brother.
Yes,
You're a true
Aw,
champion.
man.